Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Juliet from Jules Closet, and if this is your first time joining us, you're highly welcome. Please do well to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more of these interesting videos. On today's episode, I'll be showing you how I made this lovely kimono button-down jacket that can be worn in different ways. And I'll be making use of 3 yards of the fabric, and the fabric I'm using is an organza-like, or let me say a chiffon-like fabric. So the first thing I did was to make one fold. Then I also went ahead to make another fold, giving me 4 pieces of my fabric, as you can see. Then the next thing I'll do is to draw out my starting line just 1 inch below the beginning of the fabric. From where I have the fabric folded, I'll be taking my measurements. So the first measurement I took was my shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches, and when divided by 2 is 8 inches. I marked it out, and from that 8 inches mark, you measure out how long you want the sleeve of the dress to be. So mine will be the whole length of the fabric. For the neck measurement, I marked out 3 inches for the neck width, and for the depth of the back, I marked out 1 inch. And since we are cutting the front and the back piece together, I'll go ahead and measure out the neck depth for the front piece, and I'll be using 9 inches as the neck depth. So I'll just go ahead and mark it like this in a slanted manner. From the other side of the fabric, that's the open end, I came down by 1 inch, and from that 1 inch mark, I'll be connecting it to the neck point. So using the rule in a slanted manner, I'll connect the 2 points together. From the starting line that I have, I will be measuring out the full length of this dress. And the full length I'm working with is 60 inches, with 1 inch as the sewing allowance. So I'll just go ahead and mark this out and cut off the excess. From my neck point, I'll be adding ½ inch around the shoulder part of this dress. So from there down to the length of the sleeve, I'll be adding ½ inch sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the neck of the back. That's the 1 inch neck depth that we have. Then also cut out the shoulder part. On the neckline, I'll just be giving it a notch at the midpoint. Then I'll go ahead and separate the front and the back piece. Before that, I labeled my fabric so that I'll know the back and front of my fabric. This is to differentiate the wrong side and the right side of the fabric so that I won't be confused. After I'm done separating the front piece from the back piece, I'll go ahead and arrange this properly, then cut out my front neckline. And also cut the front fold of this dress just to have an opening in front of our dress. Now I'm done cutting, and it's time to place the front piece and the back piece together. So first, I have my back piece on the floor with the right side facing upwards, and I'll go ahead and place my front piece, arranging the shoulders together. With the right side of the front piece facing the right side of the back piece, I'll hold the shoulders together, and I'll go ahead and sew this down with my ½ inch allowance on my sewing machine, just as you see me doing. I'm done sewing the shoulders together, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's neatly sewn. For the front of this dress, where we have an opening, I'll be adding an extra fabric that will also serve as our button and buttonhole stand. So the next thing I'll do is to measure out how long I want that extra fabric to be. So I'll start taking my measurement from one end of the front opening all the way down to the neck and also to the other side of the front piece. So just watch as I'm doing and do the same thing. The total measurement I had was about 136 inches, so I'll go ahead and use this measurement to cut out my plain fabric. This is the plain fabric I'll be attaching to the front piece. And I'm going to be cutting it out on fold, since I'm going to attach this as it is folded to the front of our dress. I'll be cutting out 2 inches width. 1.5 inch will serve as our button stand and buttonhole stand, and the other half inch will be for our sewing allowance to attach this to the front piece. And because the fabric I have is not so long to give me the length of 136 inches, I'll be cutting it out in different parts, then go ahead and join it later. So opening the fold, I'll be cutting out 4 inches as the width for each of the piece that I need. So with my rule and my chalk, I already measured out 4 inches of this piece and ruled it out. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then after cutting it out, later on I'll go ahead and fold it back to 2 inches. I cut about 3 pieces of the 4 inches width, and this will give me the 136 inches that I need, plus extra inches for allowance. I've gone ahead to iron a paper stay to this so that it will become firm, and also folded it back to the 2 inches that I need. And the next thing I did was to join the 3 pieces together. So as you can see, these are the parts that I joined them together. And I ironed that area flatly so that it doesn't bulge out. So it's time to join the plain piece to the front of our dress. So I arranged my dress on the floor and located the center part of this plain piece. So by folding it equally, I found the center part and I notched it. And I also located the notch that I had at the neckline of our back piece. So from the open end of our plain fabric, not the folded end, I'm going to hold it together with my neckline facing the right sides together. Then go ahead and sew this down on the sewing machine using my 1/2 inch sewing allowance just to reach one end. Then from that center neck, I'll hold it again and do the same thing till I reach the other end of my front piece. After joining it together, this is what it looks like. So as you can see, we have our neck collar formed and also our buttonhole and button stand. And this is what it looks like at the end of our dress, and I've gone ahead to sew it in with our 1 inch sewing allowance. So I did that for the front piece and also for the back piece. Next thing I'll do is to cut off the excess of our plain fabric. So just measure it out with what I have on my main fabric, then cut out the excess, but I'll leave out 1 inch for my folding in allowance. So I've gone ahead to mark out the 1 inch and I'll cut off the remaining. Then I'll open it up like so, fold the 1 inch in, then close it up and go ahead and attach this on my sewing machine with my 1/2 inch sewing allowance so that it matches with what I have down there. For the sides of this dress that will also form the sleeves, I've gone ahead to fold it in with 1 inch so that it has a neat finishing. So as you can see, all the sides are sewn down with 1 inch, and I also did the same thing for the other side of my dress. So on the wrong side of this dress, I placed the sides together, and from the shoulder I marked out 9 inches. So this will serve as our armhole. So from the shoulder to that point of 9 inch will be where our hands will be coming out through. And from that 9 inch mark, I'll be closing up the remaining part of this dress with 1/2 inch sewing allowance. And I'll be doing the same thing for the other side of the dress. I'm done closing the sides, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, we already have our armhole formed well. And this is what it looks like from the inside of the dress. And you can see where we have our joining. So the next thing I'll do now is to arrange my dress properly and mark out the points for my buttonhole and buttons. So just like I'm doing, from the point of our v-neck, one part of the plain fabric will be resting on the other part, just the way we'll be buttoning down our dress. Then from that point our v-neck started, I'll be placing the first buttonhole. Then from that first buttonhole, I'll be giving a space of 3 inches and mark out the next one. I'll do the same till I get about 6 points for my buttonholes. You can decide to go with 5, 6 or 7 or as much as you want for the buttonholes. After then, I'll take it to my machine and sew down the buttonhole, and also go ahead and attach my buttons accordingly. And with that, we've come to the end of this video, and this is what the final fit of this dress looks like. Let me know if you'll be trying out this simple versatile bubu slash kimono dress. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more of these interesting videos. Until next time, bye.